In algebra, we ask a very important question. If you're given 5 tomatoes and on the other side you're given 5 onions, what is 5 tomatoes plus 5 onions? So you will notice that this question sounds confusing as it is impossible to add things that are not the same. So 5 tomatoes plus 5 onions, you cannot add. So in mathematics, we can say 5x plus 5y. Letter x represents tomatoes, while letter y represents onions. So 5 tomatoes plus 5 onions, these cannot be added. So if we give you an expression like this in mathematics, we say these are unlike terms. They cannot be added and they cannot be subtracted. But this question makes sense when we say 5 tomatoes plus 5 tomatoes. Surely we get 10 tomatoes. These are all tomatoes, so they can be added and they can be subtracted. These are called like terms. So sometimes we may mix up things. We have a combination, so we say 5 tomatoes plus 6 onions plus 5 tomatoes plus 7 onions, like this. When we're given such an expression, we are required to identify things that are similar, which we call like terms. So from this expression, this x is exactly the same as this x. We can put them together. So I'll begin with these 5 tomatoes, then these tomatoes also. When you're collecting like terms, collect together with the sign in front of the number. So here 5, x has a positive, so we put positive 5x. We are remaining with the onions. Let us put the onions together. So we have 6 onions and plus 7 onions, like that. So 5 tomatoes plus 5 tomatoes, we get 10 tomatoes. Then here, positive 6 onions plus 7 onions, we get 13 onions. We have 10 tomatoes plus 13 onions. These cannot be added, so we leave it like that. There's something which is interesting, at the same time it is so confusing. We have an expression which may look like it is an expression which has like terms. So 5 bananas plus 8 tomatoes. So you see this x may look similar to this one, but if we examine carefully, this x has a 2 on top, then this x doesn't have a 2. So this x is not similar to this one. So we cannot add these. They cannot be added. They are unlike terms. You cannot add them. You leave it like that. But when we have an expression 5x squared plus 6x plus 3x squared plus 7x minus 3y. To simplify this algebraic expression, we collect the like terms. So this x has a square and this x has a square. They belong to the same family. We can put them together. So we begin with 5x squared. This x squared, so we put it here, the same, plus 3x squared. Next, this x is identical to this x. So these are like terms. Let us put them together. So we say this 6x has a positive. So we write positive 6x and this positive 7x, like that. Lastly, we have minus 3y. So together with its sign, we put it here, minus 3y. Now let us add whatever we can add. So 5 apples plus 3 apples, we get a total of 8 apples. Then here, positive 6 tomatoes plus 7 tomatoes, we get positive 11 tomatoes. Lastly, we have minus 3y, like that. If we look at our final expression, this x squared is completely different from this x, and this x is different from this y. So these three cannot be added. So we leave it like that. This is our final answer. So the rule is simple in algebra. As long as the letters are not the same, you cannot add them. To add things in algebra, they must exactly be identical.